Just maybe. Welcome in, everybody. Just getting started. Do these videos every day. Homeless drug addict. Former homeless drug addict. I'm here to help people overcome themselves, overcome your negative thoughts, overcome your lack of faith in your ability, overcome your addictions, overcome everything in your life that you think is holding you back is actually just a crutch that you're leaning against with the choice of inaction. And you can choose differently. And it's uncomfortable. And it sucks. It's like taking that pen out of your dominant hand and putting it in your other hand. It fucking sucks. It's uncomfortable. You don't want to write a whole page with your opposite hand, and that's how it's like changing your habits. It feels like that. What's up? Matthew, welcome in. Are you at work? Just wondering. We've got to work together on that resume and get you some more options. I'm a quick job finder, man. I'll jump on Indeed and I'll have a job today if I wanted one, right? I'm using my time to build my own business, though. So that's my choices as of now. There might come in the months ahead. It usually does. An opportunity or a time where I need to get more income, have more income coming in. And if that comes along, then I'll have less time for this. But right now, fully 100% committed. Let's get everything not backwards. There we go. How's the mic? If I speak like this, is it clipping? He's like, I'm leaving. This guy's yelling at me. I get very passionate about the message that I speak, and I want to eliminate the clipping. It didn't clip? Oh. No clipping. Good. So we've been going over the 9 predicates of willpower here. I don't see anyone off the hand besides you, Matt. Who else? Anybody else been here? You guys, I'm glad you're here and that you're going to stick around. I think that you're going to stick around. I'm teaching everybody the complete recovery blueprint. Why do we practice and teach a complete recovery blueprint? Let me give you the vision. I was a homeless drug addict. I was intravenously addicted to meth and heroin, playing tug-of-war with my heart on a $300 a day habit. And I was stuck in this cycle of spending and using, where I was a foundation repair foreman making $50,000 a year, but my shop was right next to the Motel 6 where the guys would front me anything that I wanted. And so literally, if I don't pay them, I'm dead. And so paid on Friday, $2,000 check, broke on Saturday morning, and and something happened to me that started the course of me changing my life. That scar right there on my hand, I almost cut my hand off with an angle grinder, my thumb off, I'm sorry. And instead of firing me, my company decided to send me to rehab. And so here for weeks, months before that, this moment, I had been searching Google. I'm a fan of Dr. Joe Dispenza and have been for a long time. And I was looking for a program or something that didn't cost $40,000. But the first 8 pages, welcome in everybody. I hope that you would stick around. There's 75 people. We teach an alternate, more permanent solution for addiction recovery here. We have 90 participants in our WhatsApp community, and I hope that you would consider joining it. When you join the WhatsApp group, you're not going to see anything because it's end-to-end encrypted. But as soon as you join, there'll be people there to love on you. We don't need brick and mortar buildings to recover anymore. You can share at any time about anything inside of the Co-Create Oneness community. My vision is to replace 12-step recovery in my lifetime with this. It's a network of worldwide. The vision is that 1 million, can you get on board with that? 1 million wealthy former addicts that are willing to help homeless people and addicts overcome their circumstances. This system here, it's accepted by the Library of Congress. And so what I am doing with my life's work is exposing the traps and teaching the path to freedom, which is your own personal power. You're not powerless over your addiction. It's not a disease. It's not an incurable disease of body, mind, and spirit like this book says it is. And I teach people how to connect to your power using your own ability to form habits. We are creatures of habit. I can already feel my lips getting cotton mouth. Give me 3 seconds, and I hope that you will all stick around. Party on, Wayne! And I'm back! Welcome in. Thank you for the follow, Poor Farmer TV. Comment down below if you're in recovery. Let me get, see how excited I get? But I gotta stay calm or I'll start stuttering. Welcome in, Megan. How you doing? Party on, Wayne. Party on, Garth. Where was I? Yeah, so the vision of co-create oneness. 2 8s that form together to form 1 8. 1 8 is not complete without the other 8. Hence, co-create. The O in the middle represents your vision of the future, your innate ability to manifest what is in your heart. You are continuously manifesting what is in your heart right now, but it might not be everything you want because it takes extreme focus. What you focus on expands. 8s are great. Amen, Joel. Guess why I use an 8? Because we just reached 8 million people, and it's a very significant number. This is the age of Aquarius that we live in. The age where Jesus fed the fishes with fed the masses with the 2 fish. That symbolized Pisces. And guess what? Now we're in Aquarius. Thank you, Megan, for the gifts. You guys don't be shy to gift. Just know any gift that you leave me for anything that inspires you will go to help an addict change their circumstances. I'm actually about to go out today with my chest vest and these microphones and record my first video donating $100 to someone. I might do it in increments. I want them to talk to me. I'm not just going to give them the money. I want them to tell their story, set up a GoFundMe, make a video of that, and help crowdfund these people to get out of their circumstances. But you can't just do it with money. You have to have intent. You have to set your focus. Anybody know what happens when you squint? Go like that. What happens? So that's the universe's way of reminding you that what you focus on expands. To those that have, more will be given. But to those that have not, i.e., God, I'm broke. Please fix me. I don't have any money. Please bless me. God, I'm addicted. Please heal me. God, I don't have any friends. I'm lonely. Please send someone. All of this is praying from a place of having not. And actually it says to ask and it will be given to you, but they took out the part that tells you how to ask in the 16th century. But Dr. Greg Braden helps us understand that the 2 lines they took out say to be surrounded by your answer. So co-create oneness is this vision of that will take a lifetime. But it can happen quick because we have the internet, right? Dr. Bill, Mr. Bob, they didn't have the internet to spread their message. And it's my belief because of the Masonic writings that I find inside and all of the ties that point to the order. The order of the ancients, the Templar order, whatever you want to call it. It's an order and it's real. And as long as you believe this way, you're at the bottom of the hierarchy. And you're not going to wake up to your personal power and realize that you can do anything that you set your mind to. And so the Library of Congress, this book is in it. And that means that it's simply used by the court systems. It's indoctrination to the fullest extent. They take this, and if you get a repeat drug offense or nonviolent, there's stipulations, but you can get court-ordered to 12-step recovery. And it has been this way since the 30s. But the time is ending because neuroscience is proving that we're unique. Human beings are unique. We have a prefrontal cortex, only species on this earth, with the ability to position ourselves in time and space, with the ability to look at problems and create solutions, with the ability to imagine a circumstance or situation different than what you're currently living. That's human ability. And we also have the ability to speak language, to communicate. Thank you so much, Megan. To communicate using our words. We don't just use words to gossip and talk to each other. Words are used to communicate internally to your subconscious mind, the Father within. I and the Father are one, but the Father is greater than I. That's a reference to the subconscious mind. Notice, every time Jesus performed a healing, he always asked questions. Questions appeal to the subconscious mind, to the ideas inside of the heart of the individual. So, do you believe you can be healed? Yes, I believe. And you're healed. Co-Create Oneness is a network worldwide that's growing. We have 7 coaches inside of our WhatsApp community right now, and it's steadily growing because all it takes is a person committed to compassionately serving other people. And so if we had 1 million coaches that would do a one-on-one or group coaching sessions with 10 to 20 to 100 people per year, do the math. There's only 550,000 homeless people in America. There's 200 million adults. So although it might be mental illness, it might be addiction, it might be generational poverty that these people are experiencing that are keeping them homeless, if we as a people show them that, hey, I was once there and I got out by stop making it fucking excuses, and it took some support from a community, but here's the community that supported me. It'll change everyone's mind about what's possible for them. That's not true, I am Ziggy. You should not ever say that ever again. You should literally consider not ever repeating those words ever again, because your actions stem from what you say. So if you can't help anyone, then your actions are going to show that, and you're not going to be very helpful to anyone. Amen, Dragonfly. It's sad what people... Look, angel numbers follow me everywhere I go. You see that number right there? How many people are here right now? 33. You know what 33 is? Jesus Christ was hung on a cross when he was 33. There are 33 vertebrae in your spine. There are 33 levels of Freemasonry. Okay, it's a very, very, very significant number. So what we do here at Co-Create Oneness is we combined a personal understanding of numerology, meaning numbers are the language of the universe. Co-create, we use the 8 in place of the word because 8 is a number of luck and fortune. Muslims believe that there are 7 hells and 8 heavens. There are 8 petals on the lotus flower, and Buddhists in China, Japan, and India all believe that it's a fortunate number. And we just reached 8 million people. Thanks so much for the gifts. We just reached 8 million people on Earth. So 404, when you see the man carrying the pitcher of water, follow him into the city, because this is the sign for the coming of the end of the age. A man carrying the pitcher of water is the sign for Aquarius. And that's the age we live in, an age where we're interconnected worldwide through wireless information. And if you have $1,000 in the bank, you are in the top 1% of the world. If you have running water in your home, you are in the top 1% of the world. So what people need to learn, especially in America, is that what you focus on expands. You're going to create more of the energy you put into LIVE or EVIL. Amen. You can choose to see abundance, or you can choose to see poverty. Let me give you an example. One day I was driving behind this woman, and she was in a station wagon. Thank you. And you could see in the car, she had a car full of kids, and they're being rambunctious. But there's a homeless man in the median, in the intersection, flying a sign. And so when she notices him, she's, shut up! Everybody calm the kids down. And she starts looking for money. And the light's about to turn green, right? And so she stops. And then right before it turns green, she remembers what you could tell through how it happened in watching closely that she remembered where the money was, and she stopped traffic in order to give that man money. In that is LIVE and EVIL. In that is abundance and poverty. And so is every single thing in our lives. So these books, they use the 7 Hermetic principles against us. They tell you right here. They tell you right there. Anything that is of esoteric or occult means that it's stemming from Hermes Trismegistus and the teachings thereof. They've been passed down from many different religions. The Kabbalion, the Emerald Tablet of Hermes, it'll teach you a lot about it. But it's up to you to come up with your own understanding. And then by your belief comes your faith, which is action. So what you believe in, if you believe that you could fly, then you could go up on the top of the building and jump off by faith, and it would line up with your belief, if you truly believe. If we all stop giving handouts to homeless people, okay, so that's, you can go elsewhere to spread that hate to your 1,060 followers. Goodbye, brother. See ya. Mindset. I'm not of that mind. People need help. And giving that help shows your subconscious mind that you have. To those that have, more will be given. Well, if you're stingy and you're not fucking willing to give, then you're communicating to the universe that you have not. That times are hard, that you don't have enough to give. Do you know if 25 people give a homeless person $1, that's enough money to feed him for 2 or 3 days? Are you fucking kidding me? You can't give? You don't belong in this community if you can't give. Maybe not in this moment, right? But if your heart says, when I can, I will, you're in the right place. Because together we're going to change the world. You keep your karmic bank empty by being selfish. Oh, what's up, Nikki? Nikki's been following me since day one. Ah, it's good to see you. It's growing, huh, Nikki? We got 90 people in the WhatsApp group now. Only 30% are active, but it's okay. They're there, and they see the vision. Inside of my WhatsApp community, I provide everyone with access to amazing medicines. I grow them myself, and that's all I'll say. But inside the end-to-end encrypted WhatsApp group, I can talk all about them. And in the state where I live, it's legal. And that's all I talk about here. So I'm still not violating any community guidelines for anybody that's antsy on reporting or any bot trying to say that I'm violating guidelines. What I'm talking about is all legal. Awesome. Proud of you too, Nikki. You coming back here means that you're still a believer of the vision. That's something to be proud of, because many people can't see it. The indoctrination from 12-step groups all across the world that have been forced upon us by an industry. Do you know treatment is an industry? Why cure a problem immediately if you can treat it for a lifetime? These books help you focus on shortcomings, failures, what you did wrong, you're powerless over your addiction, your life's unmanageable, you have to be restored to sanity, that implies that you're insane. Where, and you continuously work the steps, so where in this fucking garbage do you have the ability to change your focus and put it on a vision of the future? The message that Jesus is trying to teach people, and what the Catholics did a great job at deceiving the entire world, is that you are connected to the Father. And if you look closely at the story, which is what you're supposed to be paying attention to, not actually saying, oh, this is a biological event that happened and I need to pay very close attention to this entrapment. No, you need to pay attention to the story. So you got a man that starts performing all kinds of miracles because he's in connection with the Father. And he's teaching everybody how to do the same. Humans, just like we, how to do the same thing. He's getting Peter to go out and walk on the water. He's healing people in front of other people and showing people that you are the healer. O ye of little faith, do you not believe that you can be healed? And then during that time, you got a polytheistic civilization that believes in a lot of gods, and they don't want any man walking around trying to say he's in connection with the Father. How can they keep the order and the power under their control? So then they crucify him. They beat him with an inch of his life. But this is where you need to pay attention to the story. He suffered. So, he's the greatest sacrifice ever in the history of man, is what this story represents. Sacrifice, motherfucker! Suffering because of what you want and trying hard to go after it. Not backing down on anyone, not letting anyone say that you are not what you say you are. Never did he say he was God. He always said, I and the Father are one. He always referenced the Father within. It is not I that do the work, but the Father within me. Who is the Father? Your subconscious mind runs 95% of your thought. Unconscious, unaware, thinking that happens without you being aware of it. Does this sound like your anxieties? Your depression? It's just like it's switched on and sometimes you don't know how to switch it off. I and the Father are one, but the Father is greater than I. Your subconscious programs rule your life. They're greater than you. I and the Father are one, but my habits are greater than I. What you do every single day involving thinking, speaking, and doing. What you do every single fucking day becomes the circumstances and conditions of your life. They help get my mission. They definitely help my cause because I'm unique. Just like you. You're unique. Do you have a message that you're comfortable speaking in front of people? Because I've been practicing this for 3 years. So saying that cursing does not help my message, you're wrong. You're wrong as fuck. Wes Watson penetrated the depths of my soul with his cussing. With his fucking raw ability to speak into the hearts of men and help us see that we are the problem and the solution. Cursing gets the point across. Cursing is a fucking construct of society. It's a way to induce shame and guilt. What we do here at Co-Create Oneness is help you connect to your power so that you become your best friend. Once you're your best friend and you love yourself to the best of your ability, you'll love everyone in your life to the best of your ability. Thank you, Dragonfly. What's your name? Licia? Did I say that right? Lesia? Licia? Stop saying the Ia. I don't know. Help me out. Well, Tim Longshow, thanks, man. I'm not trying to offend you either. Like, thank you for not taking it offensively. And I didn't take that offensively. I want people to know the reason I cuss. It's to get the point across. Because the people that have ears in the moment I'm speaking the words, they hear it. The same way I heard Wes Watson when he told me I'm the fucking problem. The same way that I heard Eric Hip Hop the Preacher Thomas say that the best gifts come from the bottom. It's the way that he said it. Frank, what's up, dude? Long time no see. I'm so glad that you guys are getting notified that I'm live and you're coming in here to say hi. It means a lot, man. Franklin, love you, bro. Thank you, Robert Pippin. It is passion. You know why it's passion? Because I was hurting, man. I was alone, and I felt and thought that everyone hated me and no one wanted me around. And it was hard to change. I had to leave the city that I lived in. It took me 2.5 weeks of panhandling to get enough money to leave in a car that barely ran. But I knew if I could get the fuck away from Memphis, Tennessee, where everybody knew me as this, that I could have a shot at creating something different. Why did I choose Colorado? Legal. Legalized. No judgment. Culture. Cali sober. I knew I wasn't the only one in the world that used things as a tool. You can use things as a weapon to numb you and drown you out, or you can use things as a tool to expand your consciousness and help you focus on a vision of the future. Everything that I'm pursuing right now, I painted. It's in a journal. It's on a vision board. It's in my first book. It's in the second book I'm writing. It's in the logo that I've created. It's everything that I'm doing with my life right now was designed and created by me. And now people are joining, right? I have Coach Joe, my coach. He's been a coach. And he sees something in me and in this vision that he's 100% on board now. I have my first client, Rachel Hilliard, quit methadone, and she was already working to be a Reiki master, but she was on methadone. She quit it, woke up to her power by her own fucking will, and then started pursuing getting a life coach certification. And now she's a certified life coach in Ireland. And so a worldwide network of online coaches. Wow, it's already fucking happening, right? Ireland, America, UK, Canada. We're on the way. In numerology, I'm a 27. I've never looked at that. 27? A 9 life path? What's the 20? Oh, it adds up to equal 9. I would love to, dude. One thing I know for sure. This algorithm helps put you in front of people that are so like yourself. Like, same goals, same aspirations, same likes. If you randomly popped in here and I was speaking good enough to hook you in and get you to stick around, that's me having practiced for 3 years hooking people in, and that's also the algorithm because my page is tailored towards homeless people and addicts. So it's a matter of using tools to help you spread your vision, your mission. What is that? These 9 steps that we practice, a 9-step system. It's a 9-step complete recovery blueprint. Why is it a blueprint and not a program? Well, 12-step program means 12-step habits, and they help you change your habits. It's not good habits. They're not good habits. Talking about your problems and crying about it and getting a pat on the back, that's not a good habit. You're looking at your fucking life from the position of a victim instead of a victor, and it's not a good habit. This helps you look at all the shit you've done and make you fucking think about, you fucking piece of shit. Are you fucking kidding me? You're a moral inventory? Come on, man. What's the vision of the future? What are your values and principles now? So that we have a 3-part system. It involves 3 systems of 9. Really quick, why do we use 9? Do a little study, and numerology will tell you 9 is the number of completion. It's the last single-digit number. Before 10, you go through 1 to 9, and then before 10, you got 9. It's the last one. And it's shaped like your galaxy. Why? Well, it's shaped like a Fibonacci sequence. It's a formula for accumulation that happens in nature. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. Multiplying on top of itself, 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 plus 5 is 13. 13 plus 8 is 21. All the way up. Why do we use a 9-step system? Well, step 1 is we willingly commit to the daily pursuit of our own personal development, mental fortitude, spiritual growth, and emotional intelligence. I know it's a mouthful, but with these 4, you have a formula for being in control of your entire life, being connected to your power. If you have those 4 things in check, and you're working 1% better daily towards those things. That's a willing commitment. Instead of we admit, which admission is the only thing needed to program belief. First, you have to believe it using I am or we admit. From what you think and speak comes how you feel and behave. Thinking and feeling are an interconnected loop. How do you break that up? Your words. Speaking is an expression of thought. Unique to humankind. So the first step, we willingly commit. And then the 9th step is we work to monetize our passions, to bring wealth and this message to other people. The whole step process connects you, one, to your passion and your purpose. It helps you focus on the biggest area you need to work on first to get the most growth in the least amount of time. And then you're surrounded by a community of mentors and friends, and you focus on your accolades. At Co-Create Oneness, we celebrate your recovery end date. It happens after 6 months of working on the coaching program or being in the community working hard on your goals. 6 months later, you've developed new habits. And so once you develop new habits, you can say, all right, recovery ended. I'm recovered. And once that happens, it's up to you to say that. You can choose your date. But that's what we celebrate. We don't have an anchor to the last time we used. We have an anchor to the habits that we formed and the vision that we set for the future. That's the idea. Just because we are emotional, but so is every other creature. We just have the ability to express the emotion, my friend. Once you realize that we can direct the emotion, energy in motion, emotion. All right, when your dog gets excited, she cannot express that excitement except with a tail wag. It stays inside of her. Okay, but we can use our words to express that emotion. And so whether you do it by fear or by faith, it's still an expressing of emotion. You're still setting that energy in motion. Amen with those powerful affirmations you're using. At Co-Create Oneness, we teach a lot of things. Meditations, sleep hypnosis, self-hypnosis, mirror exercises, the power of journaling and vlogging. We have all kind of creative people in the group where if you have a creative idea and want to pursue it, I have written books, I've done podcasts, I've recorded audiobooks, and I know how to do it all. On a beginner to an intermediate level, I can get you there. I can get you started. I have a feeling that that's why the universe had me fail so many times the past 2 years with all these things. I've built 5 websites. The one that I built now, that I have now, it's my favorite. It's good. It's great. I'm proud of it. So, I've been rambling a minute. We're supposed to be going over the life audit, but I just want to make sure that everyone that's here is going to stick around. I am recovered. Amen. That's what we say. I am powerful over my addiction. Right? And you only say that until your addiction is no more. Then you're just powerful. Thanks, Diamond Dave. Yeah, Diamond Dave's in there. There's a lot of people in the WhatsApp community right here in the community chat. Right here. They'll tell you all about it. Let's talk about the community real quick. How do you get the best benefits out of the Co-Create Oneness community? Well, let me just say this. The friends that you have, they might not support you the way you need to be supported. My group of friends, my entire life, made fun of my passions and my dreams. When I was 12 years old and I was the smallest of us all, and I told them I want to be a professional wrestler, and I created this character, and it was my dream, I got laughed at. Right? Your friends might be your limit. It might be what's holding you back. Especially if you commit to a personal growth routine And then they start making fun of you for it. You don't want to go out on Saturday night. Why? Because I got to meditate, read, and journal and study. It's my commitment to myself. I've been doing this for 3 years. Not every night, not that every night, but I've got a routine. That's the ninth predicate of willpower, ritual and routine. So yeah, the three aspects are the complete recovery blueprint. That's a 9-step process. And then we got the 9 predicates of willpower, which is the word willpower in an acronym. And then you got the 9 facets of veracity. Facets meaning a piece of, veracity meaning a devotion to truth. The 9 facets of veracity. It involves 3 vows, 3 virtues, and 3 values. Yeah. And so we've been going over for the past 5 or 6 days the 9 predicates of willpower. And if you've not been here before, comment down below, missed it. Or definitely go get a pen and comment down below, got it, because I want you to take notes. I want you to learn this and apply it to your life. Yes, the universe gave me the ideas, and it took me 3 years to come up with this acronym. The W used to be words, but hey, there's an L that can stand for language. Like, it took me looking at the process that changed my life and how I created this life I'm living now, and looking at that process in hopes of creating a step-by-step process. I've done that. But it involves all 3 aspects. So the predicates of willpower are how to take willpower that you think you possess and predicate it on action. How to practice things in your life that give you willpower. Because if you have a vision of the future that you're committed to that pulls you out of bed in the morning, then there's no ifs. There's no triggers. There's no, no, there's none of that. You know what would hinder you or help you. You can ask a question, Dragonfly. I'm sorry if I've taken too long to say that or ask that. And also, I open up the floor at the end for tons of questions, because we're about to dive into the meat of the lesson today. Do you use astrology with your beliefs? I'm not an expert on it, but yeah, I believe in it. You know, the Bible has all kind of astrology in it. Moses coming down from Mount Sinai, they're worshiping a golden calf. That's the age of Taurus. And then 2,150 years later, roughly, you got them blowing the ram's horn to crumble the wall of Jericho. That story symbolizes an age, the changing of an age. Jesus feeding the masses with toothed fish, it's an age. 4:4, follow the man into the city when he's carrying the pitcher of water. That's the sign of Aquarius. It's in the scriptures. So I don't use it as a form of control or a form of making me feel shitty for believing a certain way. I would say become a student. A student is become like a child. Jesus says that. If you want to enter the kingdom of heaven, think like a child. Become like a child. Why does he say that? Children think from imagination. They have no rational mind. So that's completely theta. It's a frequency of theta. It's where the subconscious mind is susceptible to change. That's why they believe in the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy and Santa, all of that. You could tell them anything and they'll believe it. Why? They have no rational memories. They have nothing to base logic on. It's just an ongoing state of imaginative thinking. That's children. And so what Jesus is saying is that the kingdom of heaven is within, and it's the realm of imagination where the subconscious mind is. They love unconditionally, right? Amen. Amen. He was a teacher, my friends. He was just a master of what so many people before him are teaching. That you're always connected. You, dear human, out of 8,700,000 species, have the ability to think and speak in combination. There is no other animal with the combination of anatomy, physiology, and neurocircuitry that allows them to do what we do. If you think about it, it says, I can do all things through Christ which strengthen me. Through what? What Christ equals imagination. Christ equals imaginative thinking. I can do all things through imagination. Why, well, how do you know that? Well, look at our world. Everything in your world that you use, that you partake in, every service, every system, it all started in an imagination of a human being. So stop feeling guilty and shameful and realize that this is the best time in the history of man to realize your purpose and start chasing after it. There's never been a better time. Yeah, well, what we teach here is that God can be anything that you define it as. Alan Watts says you can't get wet by the word water, right? It doesn't matter if we call it Buddha, Krishna, Allah, Jesus. We're talking about a spirit, something greater outside of space and time. All right, the Hermetists, they call it the all. Sadhguru quoted one time, whether you believe that everything is one energy, or you believe that God is everywhere, are you talking about the same reality or a different reality? Different forms of expression. We're all saying the same thing, hence co-create oneness. Like, no shame, no guilt, no judgment. What's your vision? How can I empower that? And once we get everybody focused on that, a giant network. You ever been to a networking event or a networking opportunity or somewhere where you're trying to take your skills and combine them with the skills of others? All right, that happens inside of Co-Create Oneness. Once you get a whole bunch of addicts that change their habits through a personal growth routine, using neuroscience, using the choice to suffer through sacrifice instead of suffering through regret, and then they start changing their habits, and now they're committed to their own vision. And each other can empower that vision. I'll give you an example right now inside of our WhatsApp group. We've got like 4 or 5 musicians. 3 of them are rappers that are currently putting out songs, and they're great songs. And what's that do? Although one's in Zambia and one's in another country, it still opens up the ability to network. And now that we're connected through worldwide information, like wireless information, we're connected through the sending and receiving of information at the speed of light. You can collaborate. You can enhance skills. Everyone is not an addict. I get what you're saying. People have bad habits. But an addiction is a set of memorized programs, unconscious habits, attitudes, beliefs, perceptions of life that function just like a computer program. That's an addiction. You've done it for so long that it feels impossible to stop. Why? Well, it's just like writing with your hand. I use this example 3 or 4 times a day. You're writing with your dominant hand, unless you're 1% of the world that's ambidextrous. You writing with your dominant hand is a habit. You've done it thousands and thousands and thousands of times. You could do it with your eyes closed. But as soon as you try to put that pen in the other hand, it's really uncomfortable. It's unfamiliar. And so it shows you why it's so uncomfortable to change. It's only like that for the first 60 days. When you do it every single fucking day, in and out of every single fucking day, it changes who you are. It becomes comfortable. It becomes a lifestyle. I've been going to the gym, meditating, and doing what I'm doing now for 3 years. It is my lifestyle. It's a part of who I am. It is my identity. Bro, please go somewhere else, man. Go. Your fucking ego is showing, like, clearly. You're in here preaching about ego, but you don't have your own fucking following. And if you do, you're not live trying to teach them anything. You're in the comments of someone else's fucking live trying to voice your opinion. That's not what we're here to do. If you're struggling, I'm doing this for you. If you're not struggling and you got it all figured out, get the fuck out of here! You can do that yourself now, Megan. Be kind, though. Give them opportunities to change. They're speaking. Welcome in, everybody that's coming in. You guys, we're a recovery community called Co-Create Oneness. We would love for you to comment down below when you started your recovery journey. We don't call it. We don't talk about your clean date. That's an anchor to the last time you used. When did you start your recovery journey? You have to completely change your identity in order to fully recover from addiction. That involves imagination. So we've been going over the 9 predicates of willpower. It's one of the aspects of the complete recovery blueprint. And so if you write the word willpower going down, I'll quickly give you all 9 predicates so that we can move into the meat of today's lesson, which is the life audit. It's a coaching tool. But the 9 predicates of willpower are the first one, the W, is willingness. The second predicate is imagination, the I. The third predicate is language. The fourth predicate is leverage. You can put a forward slash and put life audit, because by doing this life audit, you create leverage by knowing where you are and where you want to be. The P, it stands for 3 things. Practice, programs, progress. That's the 5th predicate. Practice, programs, progress. What you practice becomes your habits, which are your programs. And once you develop programs, you progress. Once you start recording and seeing that progress and celebrating that progress, it rebuilds your body's natural ability to produce dopamine. And hence, your addiction is solved. Addicts, we're abusing the dopamine in our brain. Every time you take a hit of your drug of choice, you get a rush of dopamine. And if you do that without rewarding yourself, considering that dopamine is the reward chemical, if you do that over and over and over and over again, you're rewarding yourself for nothing. You're just numbing yourself because you don't like your circumstances. That's why you continuously go down a downward spiral. It's inevitable. It involves the law of correspondence. But these programs use those laws against you. They use they program. Here, I'll show you right now. Where'd that page go? First off, they tell you that they use occult and esoteric things in their own literature. And then they tell you that you have a incurable disease of body, mind, and spirit. Incurable. Even the potential addict, not just one addict, but every addict. And then you want to underline this word. You suffer. That implies an ongoing process. And one last thing. How do I know these things? And why am I so adamant about preaching this? It's because the way it's set up. The anonymous program, they tell you they're businessmen, which sneaky ass people, and they've got all these beliefs about addiction, but before they give them to you, they have to get your trust. They have to establish your trust, or you're not going to believe them. Anybody else ever listened to someone or read a book by an anonymous group of people and said, I might take these ideas as my own? No, they have to validate it through a doctor's opinion. So they get a medical doctor to tell you his opinion. And they imply things inside that show you that they're using the esoteric connotations found in their symbol against you, because you must do likewise. You must do likewise. Impressing is done onto the subconscious mind. Conceptions are created by each individual man. And so once you got a doctor telling you his conception of how addiction and recovery works, and they impress it upon your subconscious mind, urging you that you must do likewise, then, wow, man, maybe I just ought to just keep reading this, man. It's marking a new epoch in addiction recovery. Wow, I might have, oh man, I feel like I can defeat this thing by becoming powerless. The physician who, at our request, they asked him to do it. I wonder if they held a gun to his head. Because these programs, they were founded by two men, Jimmy Kennan and Bill Wilson. Okay, Bill Wilson's spiritual experience that they say came as a result of these steps came from a belladonna experience. That's a psychedelic drug. Okay, so Jimmy Kennan, the literature used to be a yellow and a white pamphlet. Yellow and white are the colors of the sun, light, happiness. Anybody want to tell me what color this set represents? The Black Blues players sing about it all the time. If you're feeling sad, you're feeling what? Okay. Point proven. And then so the 12 steps help you focus on everything that makes you sad and keeps you in a negative victimhood of a mindset. Yes. And how do you know it's control? Well, because the book's in the Library of Congress. And if you get a drug charge, this is going to be indoctrinated into you. Forced upon you. If you type in Google how to recover from addiction and you're not fortunate enough to find Co-Create Oneness, then you're going to find a 12-step program or Samsha that points you to a 12-step room. Because if you're part of the treatment industry, you are $1 for a lifetime. You're an income. Come on, lips, don't get chapped right now. It's weird. Just like, look, hey, you want to see something? This is the TV remote. It's the TV remote. Take a little interlude since y'all are paying close attention. Please excuse my not made up bed. Watch this. Y'all see that? It changes the color of the ring light. Crazy. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. All right. So, anybody need me to go over the 9 predicates again before we dive into the 4th predicate of leverage? I've been through this all with my daughter. Sorry that you had to go through that. I had to suffer through it too. AA helps people. The community helps people, my friend. It does not help people. If you look at a 5% success rate, if your car only got you to your destination 5% of the time, would you still drive the car? If Tylenol only cured your headache 5% of the time, would you still take it to cure your headache? If your friends only listened and supported you 5% of the time, would you still consider them friends? I'm not mad at you, but I want to really, really get through to you. Community helps people. When you have a community of people focused on the same thing you're focused on, it helps. People are getting sober. No, I'm not. I've never put down a person ever in my life, especially on my content. Show me a video, Mr. Trevor. Tag me in a video where I've made fun of somebody or put them down because they're part of NA and AA. I attack the program in the macro. I attack the program in the fucking big picture. Not in the little, not down to the people that are going to the program. This is indoctrination. Since the 1920s, you're forced into this program if you have a drug or alcohol problem, and you get criminally penalized for it. If your crime that you commit pertains to the actions of someone that is addicted to drugs, they will give you rehabilitation and an in-house treatment program, and get your sheet signed by going to meetings for a year. 90 meetings in 90 days. When I was in treatment, I was telling everybody about neuroscience and why I didn't like these. When I went to rehab, I was telling everybody, I'm done. I'm so glad I'm here. I'm finally around people trying to do the same thing as me. I was surrounded by people that loved drugs. I couldn't find the right crowd. All of this stuff. You know what they told me to do? Stop sharing. With that mindset, you'll be back, bro. And so I found my life's purpose to demolish 12-step recovery and expose it for the dogma that it is. I'm not afraid of these fucking people. I'm Andrew Tate on that level. Okay, there's nothing that they could... Andrew Tate just got accused of sexual trafficking, right? By the Romanian government. You think that's true? I don't. But they're trying to attack him. And so the only things that they would have to attack me with is I've been living with my mom since I was 15, taking care of her. I was molested as a child and sexually abused. And I've got some sexual fantasies that might be wild that I'm getting under check. But they've been programmed since I was a kid and they've been a part of my habits since I was small. But the only things that they could use against me are something that I'm already very openly vulnerable about. So they can't fuck with me. And not only that, Co-Create Oneness is like the blockchain, ladies and gentlemen, because we're a worldwide network of coaches, of just people willing to help. And you can't, just like the blockchain, if you wanted to go try and change the ledger on a blockchain, you would need to hack every single fucking computer. All right, well, they can do what they will to me. You can't stop the movement that I've created, that the universe through me has created. It is the recovery revolution. We are going to change the way that recovery happens for people, that we're going to provide permanent solutions to the problem. We're going to show people that it's nothing but a set of bad habits, and it feels like writing with your opposite hand. It's just uncomfortable because you haven't practiced. But what you practice for an hour a day, for instance, if you read a book about a certain topic for an hour a day, in 5 years you'll be a master. You'll be an expert. I'm sorry, expert. There's difference in master and expert because 10 years, 10,000 hours is mastery. Well, you're definitely meant to be a part of this community, Dragonfly. I hope that you would quickly join the WhatsApp group. All you got to do is download WhatsApp. It's an end-to-end encrypted messaging app by Facebook. It's an amazing app. It doesn't store a lot of data on your phone. It's cloud. You can turn settings on and off. So it's very easy, but here's the thing. You're not going to see anything when you first join. It's end-to-end encrypted. But as soon as I get off of this live, anybody that's joined our WhatsApp community will get a welcome message. You'll get immediate access to free coaching because there's 5 coaches inside of the network, 2 that are actively coaching people, me and Coach Joseph Peoples. And so many different opportunities, you know, medicines that expand your consciousness. I'm an affiliate of amazing legal mushroom products like the lion's mane gummies and cordyceps that give you energy and reishi that help you calm down. I know how to help people become their best friend, enough so that they change their habits. A true friend will tell you what you should do and what you shouldn't do, or they'll listen to what you want to do and the things that you express to them that you're gonna do, and then they'll call you out every time you go against that. That's what you have inside of Co-Create Oneness. How can you buy? Join my WhatsApp group. It's the only way. Join the WhatsApp group. I grow them. It's the reason I got them tattooed on my arm. Alcohol are people's solution to problems, not the problem. I agree. Alcohol during the first few drinks is a positive thing. That gives you dopamine. Helps you be more social. Helps you be more outgoing. But after the first few, so there are weapons and there are tools. There are things you can leave it blank and fill in the blank. But let me say this for those of you that are trying to think about moderating your fucking former drug use. Why the fuck would you want to do something that you were using to numb yourself because you don't like your circumstances? And it caused all this negative shit in your life. Why the fuck would you ever want to go back? There are other things that I'm telling you, if you will join my WhatsApp group and let me teach you about the magical power of legal mushrooms, then you're well on your way to understanding your own personal power. Expanding your consciousness. Helping you realize I am a unique human with passions and a purpose. And if I use these passions to choose a purpose meaning service. In order to serve a purpose, you have to paint, you have to develop it, right? A paintbrush, it serves a purpose, right? These medicines that we use, they serve a purpose. Purpose involves serving. It doesn't matter if your passions are music or if it's something that doesn't seem like you can monetize. Did you know if you're pretty good at it, if you have a basic understanding, then you can give lessons, beginner lessons? If you can teach someone how to do something you know how to do, then you have value that you can provide to other people. If you've been in a construction industry or working in a skilled trade job for more than 10 years, there is no fucking reason why you should be a slave to labor. You should be able to teach other people and start your own business. You've mastered it, but you're looking at it from the wrong perspective. So, I can't express enough, you guys. 33, magical number. Join the WhatsApp group. There's the universe communicating to everybody in here right now. To join the community. It happens when we stay focused on we. Look, there's pros and cons to this WhatsApp group, right? I see people come in and they see an empty chat and then they leave. It's empty until you get loved on. But here's how to use it to the best of your ability. We do what's called a roll call. Inside of Co-Create Oneness, a daily or weekly practice, as often as you would like to share with us, we want you to share. In the AM, you go in and you say, all right, this is what I'm grateful for. And there's a reason behind everything that I teach. So the reasoning behind this AM roll call is to get you in the frequency, mindset of gratitude. Because in that frequency, you cannot be fearful. And you cannot be anxious. And you cannot be angry. And so I ask you to state something you're grateful for. And you don't want to make it the same thing every day because you want to make it actual. You want to search for the feeling. Thinking about what you're grateful for, thinking and feeling are an interconnected loop. So if you think about what you're grateful for, how are you going to feel? Grateful. And once you enter that frequency of gratefulness, then you express what you're focusing on today. Just like in a Tony Robbins priming meditation that changed my life. On my YouTube channel, there's a playlist of meditations I used to change my life. Tony Robbins has this priming meditation where he's doing the breath of fire, breathing in through the nose like this. And it's crazy. But you do it and then you feel electrified. And then he helps you enter into gratitude. And once you're into gratitude, you state what you're focusing on, which is the vision. And then the third aspect of the AM roll call is that if you have any anxieties or fears, you voice them. If you've gone through something challenging, you voice it. All right. The only rule for other people responding is that if you haven't overcome an adversity, you don't share your experience. You give compassion and empathy. That's it. Everyone can give compassion and empathy. Compassion, a deep desire to not only recognize the suffering of other people, but to end that suffering for them. Compassion. I'm glad I sold you, Jessica. I'm sparking a movement. It's my habits. Like I got a chest. I was 130 pounds. I'm not trying to like be all, but I feel great. And I go to the gym every day, and it's my lifestyle now, and I meditate every day. And I miss some days, but it's a lifestyle now. My choices are to do this every day because of the long-term benefits I know I will receive. Join if you're asking how to join the WhatsApp group. All the links are on my page. There's a microdosing group, and there's a WhatsApp group for community, the Co-Create Oneness community. Join both. We're a family. The people inside the WhatsApp group, we've been a family for a year and a half. We're like very committed to this vision. It's not, you're joining a mission that has been accepted by many. Okay, we can do this together. There's only 200 million. There's only 550,000 homeless people in our country. A small percentage of those are addicted. There's 200 million adults. You see the vision? Once we get 1,000 addicts, former addicts, I'm on step 9 of my own blueprint. I'm working to monetize my passion so that I can become wealthy and carry this message to other people, i.e. teach others how to become wealthy. Right? Okay, but how do we end that? I say we end it when we have 1,000 people, not 1,000,000. 1,000 of us could end it. When we build a giant plantation in 5 different areas of the country that has every resource for a person to change their life on the plantation, including food and drink and startup capital and see the vision. We can do this. It's going to take a lifetime. It took 100 years for them to create an indoctrinated community of people that believe this way, that are battling the people going against it like I'm fucking gonna kill someone. I get attacked by the people inside of this program because I say you have power and you have choice and you can moderate if you choose to, or if you just understand your habits, you could change your life. I get attacked. I get told I'm gonna kill someone. Someone's gonna find my content and fucking die because of me. That's indoctrination, my friends. It's not true. What's my mission? My mission is to end homelessness and provide a permanent solution for addiction, meaning a program that works 100% of the time. If you start at 1 and you work through the steps, it's not going to be quick. It won't happen in a year. It might not even happen in 2 years. But once you get to step 9, you're done. You're recovered. It doesn't even take till step 9. It's a process of changing your habits. Once your habits are changed, you celebrate a recovery end date. So you see the entrapment of the program? They give you a key tag. That key tag is an anchor to the last time that you used. And they continuously keep your identity in line with who you used to be. The way you change that is you say, all right, I'm willingly committed to the daily pursuit of my own personal development, mental fortitude, spiritual growth, and emotional intelligence. I'm going to create this character, an RPG game, and I'm going to determine what are the habits that this character partakes in. And I'm going to develop those own habits in my own life. That's the idea. It's very easy. It's a coaching process, but I teach it for free. It's not always going to be free. I'm actually trying to build capital, so if you guys are willing, let me show you guys. There's 28 of you in here right now. Can I say that if sometime this month you were willing to chip in $25 to go into a group coaching session, I would create a Zoom meeting and I would give you more than what I'm giving you here now. In combination with 2 certified life coaches, which I am not. I just know how to change your life. I know how to get you committed to you. But Coach Joe, my coach, he's in this with me. And if that capital will go to change someone else's life, I'm not trying to fucking be I get called a fraud, man. It's so painful. Because people think that when you sell a service to help people, that you're somehow a fucking fraud. And that comes from the indoctrinated beliefs of this program. Do you know with more fucking money, you can help more people? So if you just commit to the vision and you say, dude, I got $25 once a month that can go to help another addict, one other addict, and then that one other addict changed their life, and in a few years we've got hundreds of other former addicts committed to the same vision, willing to give what they feel like in the moment they don't have, because that shows you to your subconscious mind that you do have. To those that have, more will be given. How do you show your subconscious mind, which doesn't know the difference in reality or a dream? Your subconscious mind only knows what you feel like in the present moment. So if it's like, yeah, it's going to manifest those conditions in your life continuously. But if you're connected to your vision and you're constantly celebrating milestones and grateful for your achievements and you're setting goals and you're failing at them, you're even fucking not getting them all the way, you're not reaching them all the way, but you're getting really, really close. Did you know that's still fucking something to celebrate? If you set a goal to write a book in 1 year and you write that motherfucker in a year and a half, do you know that that is still a completion of a goal and that you should still be able to celebrate that? Where do you have the opportunity to do like that in some of these programs? First of all, you go to share inside of this brick and mortar environment, you got to let Mr. Bob share first, because he's got 30 years of sobriety under his belt, and there's this egotistical feed that has to happen where everything he says every single day, 5 days a week, is going to be said again, and you got to sit here and listen to that. Does it make sense? Mr. Bob, we heard that Mr. Bob, we heard that Tuesday. We don't need to hear it again. Please stop yelling. Okay. Sorry. Passion. Passion and anger are two ends of the same stick. I'm 6'3", 276 pounds with no gut, 40. It's taken a lifetime. Oh, 0 roids. Me too. I'm out natty. I got a little body fat percentage, you know what I mean? But I'm losing it. I'm proud of myself. It's a daily process of loving yourself. Thanks for sharing that, Jim. Do you coach people? Could you help people that want to start that same process for themselves? An hour a week? Anytime. I want to empower your mission, your vision. I hope that your vision involves helping other people. And you know that this statement rings true. Addicts make the best millionaires. We just got to put that same effort that we use to go and get our next fix, and we have to apply it to the daily challenge of becoming a master of this set of habits that will empower this vision. I've been on a tangent today. We're good, but we're about to dive into the life audit. It's really quick. That's why I've really been preaching elsewhere, on other different topics. But so comment down below, did you write down the predicates of willpower? Right? Willingness, imagination, language, leverage, practice, programs, progress, order, work ethic, emotional intelligence, and routine. So that's where we left off. One more time. Willingness, imagination. Willingness, imagination, language, leverage. Just put programs if you want something for short. Order, work ethic, emotional intelligence, and ritual or routine. Doesn't matter. There's a shirt that's got all of this on it if you want to go order the shirt. I ordered one. It'll be here soon. These shirts right here, they're on my store. You guys can support the mission. You can pay for a shirt using Afterpay, meaning you can get a $16 shirt for $4 this week, and then $4 next week, and then $4, you know what I mean? And until it's paid off, so that you can get a shirt now. And there's many to choose from, and more to come. And I will say this: if you have an idea for a shirt, or if you have a specific color of the logo that you want, if you'll voice that to me, I'll create a shirt just for you, because I'm in control of the merchandise. I'm using Printful, so it's really easy. All right, so the predicates of willpower. Today we're on the 4th predicate, and yet I was absent yesterday, but the day before that, I had you guys rate yourself, and here it is, in a life audit, in these 8 categories. Hang on, sorry, there it is. Bam. So if you were absent the other day, here we go. What we did is we rated ourselves from 1 to 10 where we are currently in these 8 categories. Take a screenshot if you want to, because I'm about to move quickly into it. I don't know. The Spirit's saying the same. So you got business and career, finances, health, family and friends, romance, personal growth, fun and recreation, and physical environment. Love to you all. Thank you for saying that, brother. Thank you for sending love. Follow Johnny. Welcome in, Johnny Johnson. So my website is thosethathave.com. You can schedule time with me. You can join our community. You can check out our store. All of that. thosethathave.com. I think people are leaving to go check it out. Let me go check it out. All right, so you've rated yourself where you are in all of these categories, 1 through 10. It takes a very, you don't want to do it quickly, right? You don't want to do it quickly. You want to reflect. You want to ask yourself questions. Is this really where I am? And if you missed the live from the other day, it's on the YouTube where I explain this more fully. All right, so is there anybody in here that was here the other day? Comment down below if you're returned from the other day. I want to know how many people have done it already, so that I know how to continue. I'm excited to go out and film my first video today. I'm about to go give somebody $100. I might take them to Goodwill and get them some clothes first, and then give them some money. Help them get a tent or something. First time. Okay. Your homework then. What's your name? Lesia. Your homework is to do this and rate yourself in these categories. Take a screenshot. Damn it. This is a coaching tool that we're doing. Okay? Thank you for telling me. So, rating yourself where you are. Kind of like Jack Canfield's book is The Success Principles, how to get from where you are to where you want to be. In order to know that, you got to do this exercise. I will say this, the first predicates, they help you connect to your passion and your purpose. If you don't have passions, they help you figure out the curiosity that'll help you cultivate new passions. But once you have those passions understood, and you're like, I choose these things, and I would work every day challenged by these things to get better at these things in order to master them and be an expert at them. That's my passions. This is where my passion lies. Once you choose that, you have the area of focus that's going to allow you to provide your purpose to the world, to give your gifts to the world. I chose some of my strengths from college. I've always been good at English. I excelled. I got inducted into the Hall of Fame in my college for perfect attendance and academic excellence, with an emphasis on creative writing. So it was easy for me. And then I wrote a book and sent it to one publisher, and the publisher wrote me back in 3 days. That means he read my 53,000 word book in 3 days, and wrote me back to tell me it's an amazing story of upheaval and renewal, and they would love to have it on the list of Dorrance list of titles. Although it's a self-publishing company, all it did was wake me up to what I'm capable of, and one of my passions: writing, creating, structuring, and organizing. You know, that's an ability of a Taurus. So you start to look at your life path number and your astrology sign and the pros and cons of, and realize that just maybe they're onto something here. I am good at these things. My life path says that I'm a teacher. Look at your name. My name is Danny. It stands for Daniel. Daniel is a ruler of righteous judgment, an advocator of truth. You know what I mean? Like, look at your last name, Wilkins. Wilkins is armored warrior. Like, making sure that Will is armor and Kins is family. It's like, so a protector of your friends and family. My spirit animal's a wolf. Like, use anything you can to give you a positive representation of who you are, your self-identity. And connect to that shit. It's great that you are who you are. You have so many gifts to give this world. Well, when you're focused on having not, you're not giving anything. And so what you have is going to be stripped from you. Once you start giving in place of, I don't know if I can. Hey, welcome in, Hailstorm. Thanks for saying hi from Kentucky, from Colorado, I mean. So yeah, rate yourself in these. What we're doing, my friend, is going over this life audit. It's a coaching tool, and if you're new here, you can watch the video on my YouTube, so just subscribe. We're going to pick up where we are now. So let's just do it together. Where are you now in business and career? Comment down below where you are now. If you want a quick way of writing this down, write 3 columns and write the categories, and then where you are, and a column for where you are and a column for where you want to be. Business and career, category 1. Where are you right now? You know where I'm at? I'll show you how the deep reflection works. I said I was at a 2. And then I was like, well, wait a minute. No, I'm not at a 2, because I have my vision fully painted and what I'm committed to, although it's multiple streams of revenue right now. They're not paying all the bills, but I'm actually focused on this vision. I'm fully committed. I'm all in on this. So I moved it up to 5. And then I was like, well, wow, I've actually got a community full of people that are supporting this. Business, I mean, maybe a 6. I'm fully committed to people. I'm actually coaching people and helping them. People are letting me know in the comments of my content that it's helping them. Maybe a 6. So you just got to ask yourself questions. Thinking is the process of asking and answering questions. It's not that good. They're all just live videos. It's all just what you see here. But thank you. That makes me... I use encouragement as fuel, because there's so much hate surrounded around what I'm doing. People come on and they're like, look at this guy trying to be a coach, selling a service, trying to help people. Fraud! That's what they do to me. You know, I'm a coach, but I'm affordable. And the only reason there's a price on it is because you don't commit unless you pay. Anybody ever committed to a coaching program that's free? Well, all that spells for me is call-ins, no-shows, excuse making, all that. That's all that spells. If you don't put a dollar amount, if I don't get you to sit down with me and say, all right, for the next 6 months, we're going to be committed to this twice a week. Here's what it's going to entail. And then you're going to pay this. If you don't commit to that, you're not going to change. And I'm on a mission to help more people. And that requires money. I teach people how to budget their money. I make $1,800 a month right now. I get a check for taking care of my mom because I refuse to put her in a nursing home because she's my mother and I'll help her walk again. Like we're doing the habits now. She gets up and walks every day with her walker on her prosthetic leg, helping that hip get back in flex. We're about to go start 3 days a week going to the gym. She's committed to getting up at 4 a.m., right? Because she sees the change that's happened in me. She's willing. Not every day, son, but 3 days a week I'll do it. What? I was like, when you want to wake up? 6, 7? She said, no, 4. Wow, Mom. So rate yourself. Sorry. What you're a part of is the beginning. And how beautiful is it going to be to say that you were here at the start? Huh? Connect to that. How beautiful is it for you to say, I was a part of Co-Create Oneness when it was 100 members. And now it's in the millions. Because it's going to take the next 20, 30 years of my life. I'm willing for that. But I've got the process and the system that's going to help it. And as I'm coaching people, and look, I've got a few people right now I want to call out. Sam Black, I'll say. Matthew, I'm going to use your real name, buddy. You're headed up, bro. I already see from your effort inside of the groups that you're committed to your own personal development, mental fortitude, meaning nothing that life throws at you could shake you away or make you cower down. Spiritual growth and emotional intelligence. I can tell that you're committed to that. And when you've established this new set of habits that manifest for you peace of mind and inner peace and joy. Once that manifests in the actions that you do, and joy is now predicated on what you do instead of what you have in your life. You know, if you put your joy in a person, place, or thing, then it's going to require that person, place, or thing to be present in your life in order for you to have joy. But if joy is predicated on an action, then joy is always in front of you. You always have joy. I'm proud of you, Matt. I love you, brother. And I'm so glad to have you as a part of this family. Everybody in here, please join the WhatsApp group. It's an annoying app at times. You'll get so many notifications, you'll probably want to put it on silent. But that's the joy of it. When you share with people what you're grateful for, what you're going through, what you're focused on, every single morning, and then you come back in at night and you say, this is where I failed, this is where I succeeded, this is where I want to celebrate, and you get celebrated with, and you get shown through the adversities of other people how to overcome the adversities you're currently going through. It is a worldwide connection of people committed to the same growth. And I can't do this without you. That's why I show up here every single day and talk so much about the WhatsApp group. Because I want you inside of it, practicing these things that it's not a lot of effort. You might get overwhelmed with so many messages at times, but you don't have to drop everything you're doing to respond to messages. What I do is I set a few times per day to go into the group, look for any tags, which means someone tagging me in a personal message, and then I also look for a few messages to respond to. There's so many people doing this. that you're not going to be there for everybody. But the larger we grow, the more love is there. And the healing takes place quickly. Ask Rebecca. Go back to my videos. And there's a testimonial from Rebecca. And she's been with me for a year. And today she's getting off of the... She's tapered down on her Suboxone. And today she's done. New life. I didn't do anything. Can I tell you, I didn't do anything? That the love and support inside of the group and the daily connection to her when she voiced what her and Adam are going through, or where her stepkids don't like her, or like all these things that she feels that are the suffering in her life, it's overcome immediately by 4 responses to her venting. And then she stays connected to that power, where the actions continuously manifest in her to make better choices, where now she's making the choice to get off of Suboxone. You want to stay on Matt? Stay on Matt. What is the vision you want? Most of us started using drugs. Why? I'll give you an example of my drug use and when it started. Here's one point I want to make. I've listened to grunge music all my life. Now, if the deceiver is the master of music, if Satan himself is the master of this realm, in energy, frequency, and vibration, how does he use it against you? Well, he gets a generation of people to start singing along with songs using language, which is a creative faculty, combined with the frequencies of certain sounds, which is 444 tuning. You know, they changed the tuning of a guitar from 432 hertz to 444. All Mozart is recorded in the frequencies of love. So once you realize that maybe you're being deceived, and that the music you're singing along with, like, what's my drug of choice? Well, what have you got? By the time you're 21 years old, you become a fucking heroin addict. It's okay to be on that, Megan. You're making better choices, and it's helping. I don't want you to stay on it. You lose your teeth. There's side effects. That is a tool that they use to keep you as a lifelong patient. But it's okay to be on it because it does help. But I want to help you defeat that. So you sing along. That was one of them. Singing along with the music. Guess what? I became a heroin addict by 21. And then, here's the point I want to drive home. What have you done in your life that used to be your passion, and then you got told no by somebody, or you got made fun of by somebody, or something happened in your life, and it made you start numbing? When I tried out for American Idol, and all my life, I'd been the guy with the guitar at the parties, playing all the pep rallies, never herded for a girlfriend, never even had to spit game, and that's why I'm so introverted now, because I don't know how to communicate with women, because I never have. You play the guitar, and they fall at your feet. The wrong women. That's another topic for another day, but what I'm getting at is American Idol told me no at the one thing that I thought was my life's purpose. And 2 weeks later, I was experimenting with drugs. And a month later, I was a crackhead. 3 years later, I was a heroin addict. We have this, in our society, we have this negative association with failure. When that failure means that you give up, bro. You sucked. You've lost. Time to stop. It's not. Look, dude. He's barely visible anymore. See him? Stupid tattoo. All these ugly tattoos on my body. 16 years old with a tattoo gun, thinking I'm fucking Picasso. Uh, Ugly, but yeah, those. Let's see. Yeah, I did it like this. So I had my arm like this, all curved and bent when I did the tattoo, like this, and then let my arm loose, and it looked. Now they look like a raccoon. That's Chris Cornell and Kurt Cobain and Lane Staley. Yeah, but their music. Let me tell you something. There's a picture of Tupac, Biggie, and Kurt Cobain. Okay, and they were all killed because they all weren't afraid to go against the grain, to speak the truth. And their message, if you look deeply into their lyrics, he had a beautiful voice. He was a beautiful person. We all are beautiful people, experiencing life for the universe. We are the objectifiers of the subjective universe. Everything in our world was built by a human. They were all killed. Well, let me tell you something. Jimmy Kinnon's program used to be yellow and white pamphlets, and it used to teach people a certain, I bet you that the community wasn't so centered around occult and esoteric connotations before. Powers that be, got a hold of them because they were reaching masses of people and took over. And that's what happens. But with the power of the internet, in the age that we live in, you can't stop what I'm doing, what the universe is doing through us at Co-Create Oneness. It involves too many people. And it involves personal power. There's no fucking way that you can take what I'm teaching in the book that I'm writing and try and misconstrue it. It's fact. You can look at it plainly and see, wow, it's great. I'm going to listen to this. I'm glad you're here, C Money. I feel like we would be best friends. So let's go back over these, man. Sorry I keep getting sidetracked. Thanks for spending time here. Where are you guys at? Comment down below. Business and career. Let's move on to the next one. Finances. Where are you at? I'm a 2. I'm choosing to take this check. My bills are only a certain amount, but I can take this check, pay my bills, and have just a little bit of money left to invest, to build. I'm in a process of building. Follow. Quickly, let's do this quickly. It doesn't take a lot of thought to look at where you are. The thought comes in with where you want to be because you can't be a 10 in all areas. Yes? Yes? She's lonely. Come on. Huh? The black cat what?
That black cat,
Uh-huh.
fuzzy one, they were sitting together a while ago, and came and is following her around.
Want try? He's trying to get him some. Our little kitty's got his boss, and he's trying to go get him some. You guys consider subscribing. I'm trying to get to 10 subscribers. I do these videos every day to help you. If subscribers got a lot of benefits, so consider subscribing. Let's continue. It's reversed, so it fucks with my brain. Let's go here. Where are we at? Health. Hey, Nettie, you was here. You was here the other day. You ready? You got your notes back out? Okay. Zeddy, that's okay though. We're going to get you to a 9 if that be the goal that you set. The power of this coaching tool is to show you what's most important to you, really. Because it involves where you want to be. All right. Health. Where you at? Since I was 12 years old, maybe even younger, I've always said I don't get sick. I don't know who I learned it from or why I started saying it, but I always have said that. I don't get sick. I think maybe even I heard my Uncle Travis say it one time. But no matter what, from a young kid, I started saying that. And I don't get sick. Yeah. Screenshot. I don't fucking get sick. Why am I telling you that? Well, what you think and speak become how you feel and behave. So where are you right now? Do you have some... Let me also say this. If you have a mental disorder, I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving you medical advice. But if you have been told by a medical professional that you have this mental disorder, it is completely and entirely upon you to become the placebo for that to be true. Meaning, you have to accept that as fact, and then your actions will follow. If you've got somebody telling you you're ADHD, you need to really pay attention. Like, kids are hyperactive. They're not fucking attention deficit. It's called being a kid. Full of energy and life. Pay attention and realize that some of these things they're saying are a mental disorder are not a disorder. Autistic children make some of the smartest kids in the world. And I have people inside of my WhatsApp group that are ADS that'll tell you that show that your disorder could be your strength. Yes, abracadabra, I create what I speak, right? Exactly. Johnny. I'm trying to remember. So where are you? Health. Tap that screen, friends. Yeah, Nettie. Yeah, tap the screen. It doesn't matter. You're busy. I know everybody's got a pen in their hand, right? So that's okay. We'll sacrifice the likes to, but good intention there, Nettie. Where are you at in health? Comment down below if you want to comment down below. My health is a 9. I don't have any. I've never broken a bone. I don't have any diseases. I don't have anything wrong with me. Nothing. My health is at a 9. Where's yours at? Family and friends. This is where reflection could come in. I don't have anybody in my life right now in front of me. But I have 90 people in my WhatsApp group, and the love and support that I receive there is unlike any friendship that I've ever had in my life. I don't have any family. My family hasn't called me in 7 years. We've talked from me calling them. They have not called me. Okay? It's not going to happen inside of Co-Create Oneness. Every single day we want to hear from you. Ain't that right, Marissa? I think Marissa had to go, but since day one, she's been in our group sending love and hugs. Ain't that right, Janelle? Janelle will tell you, because Marissa's commenting every single day. I'm sending love and hugs out to y'all, and it works. It's felt. It's appreciated. Thank you guys so much for the gifts. Hey, little puppy booty, what's up? I ain't never got that one before. Thank you. What's that, a corgi? Cool, dude. Family and friends. Thanks. Thank you guys. I love y'all, man. One family. Where are you at? I honestly can tell you, my family, the only reason I'm not a 10 is because I plan on having a family of a wife and kids of my own in a few years. So right now, I would say I'm at an 8 because I have co-create oneness. Rate yourself where you are in family and friends. All right, romance. I'll skip this one. I'm just kidding. I've been single for 9.5 years. 7 of those have been because of drug addiction, meaning I had plenty of girlfriends. Just wasn't very romantic. Tennessee in the house. I came from Tennessee. I'm from Memphis. Awesome. I'm so glad you joined, Johnny. Where we at? Romance. Sorry. Where are you? Are you with who you want to be? Are you 20 years into a marriage you don't want to be in? Like, really ask yourself the questions that are hard to answer. But the way that you make it the way you want is by admitting that it is the way it is. So where are you in romance? Personal growth. This is when I started my journey, this was the number one thing for me. So what y'all are about to realize out of y'all's life audit is where the area of growth, the biggest area of growth that you should focus on, you're going to find that by what we do with these numbers that we're coming up with. Personal growth for me right now is an 8. And the only reason I say it's not a 10 is because I'm still developing the daily habit of finding time to meditate and forcing myself to meditate when I don't want to meditate. It's like, literally, what happens with me now is I'm committed to meditating, but I feel like at the time, I've got 25 million other things that are way more important to get done today than sit down and meditate. And so it's just a battle of like choosing to do it anyway. But, so yeah, personal growth. Where are you at? It's okay to be a 2. I started this journey as a 2. Meaning I was going to the gym. I wasn't following a specific program, but I was at least just going to the gym. But I wanted to be a 9. Fun and recreation. It's really easy. Just rate yourself where you want. I think I'm spending too much time on these because we've got another round to go. The next round is the hardest to go. Dude, we need some Indianians. Is that how you say that? Indianians? We need y'all in the WhatsApp group. Join the group. It is, if Johnny, I could use you to help teach. We have to have teachers and instructors and coaches. It's what Co-Create Oneness is, a worldwide network of coaches. Well, how do we teach all these things as a collective group? By having people that practice them in their daily life. I'm also a daily meditator. We have got a few more in the WhatsApp group that are daily meditators. Comment down below if you're a daily meditator, just so that we know. All right. Now it's gonna get into the hard part, where you want to be. And this is where the reflection comes in. Why do you want to be there? So start here and ask yourself questions about where you want to be in your life, in your career. Do you want to continue down the same career path? Do you have other passions that you feel like you would live a more fuller life if you figure out a way to monetize those passions? What else? Let's see. Are you satisfied with the people you work with on a daily basis? Is it the right community? Is it the right friends and relationships? Because if you're not satisfied, you got to go. You don't have to go immediately, but there needs to be a plan to change. Where do you want to be in business and career? Rate yourself. This is so backwards, man, because of the reverse. Okay. Continuing on finances, the same way. Do you have a budget set? Do you follow like the 20-30-50 rule? Do you follow the 70-30 rule by Jim Rohn, where you 30% is saved and it's 10% investment, 10% savings, and 10% for charity? do you follow some sort of budget that you're satisfied with? That would put you up further than one. You know, that's so. The reason I'm asking these questions is for anybody that says, "Well, I'm fucking broke and I have less than $1,000 in the bank, and so I'm a one." No. Do you have habits? Do you have anything good that you can focus on to get you off of that level one? Think about it. I am literally right now at a 2, and I'm working to be at a 9. The 9 is my set goal. So you want to pay very close attention at the numbers that you set. Notice for finances, I was at a 2, or I'm at a 2 right now, and I want to be at a 9. That is required for what's going to come next. Health. Where do you want to be? Do you have some disorders that you currently know that if you change some lifestyle habits, it would change these? Are you diabetic? And if you change your diet, then it'll change certain circumstances pertaining to your diabetes. Welcome in, Brandon. Love you, brother. Glad you could join us. Do you have any kind of disorder that if you would practice these habits, that it would change that for you? For instance, a blood test, they told me I had rheumatoid arthritis. I'm like, no, I don't. Fuck you. And your inflammation medicine that you want to get me on. You can keep it. I'm not. Does it look like it? Maybe. I don't care. Health. Where you at? Where you want to be? Where are you and where do you want to be? Why do you want to be there? Why is this? What you're trying to find is what's most important for you right now. Is it changing your physical environment? Is it more fun and recreation in your life? Do you work too much? Is it you're broken, you want to change that? This is what's going to help you find that. But you have to rate it right. Would it be satisfactory enough for you in the next year to move from a 2 to a 5 in your finances? Good. Set that. It doesn't have to be a 9 immediately. Actually, I should start saying that. Let's think in terms of a year. Because you can do this in another year. You should be doing this once a year at least. When I started this 2 years ago, the personal growth journey I started on, I didn't even have this. So when I joined Jay Shetty's coaching school and I found out about all these amazing coaching tools, I immediately set another goal. Then I was like at a 7, right? I was experiencing some change in my life where the habits were being formed. It was becoming easier to be the guy that goes to the gym every day. But thanks for the follow, Kat. I want to grow a soul patch, but it always comes out patchy. Oh man, I can tell that you're not making fun of me. People make fun of that thing all the time, so I would say reconsider. People come on my comments and that's the one thing that they want to talk about. Anything to bring you down off of your cloud and onto their level. Understand, if someone makes fun of you, it's because they're hurting inside. That's it. But yeah, dude. Figure it out. Health. Where are we moving on to? Do we got to go through all of these? Fuck. Family and friends. Are you surrounded by friends that make fun of you? Are you surrounded by friends where if you voice a goal of yours, they're like, nah, that'll never work. Here's why. Do you go to church and feel judged? Huh? Kind of questions I'm asking myself. I chose to leave Memphis and leave everybody behind because I didn't have the right friends. And when I started my journey, I was at a 0 because I had no one and I felt alone. But through that loneliness, I became a lone wolf where I'm my best friend. Growth is what I committed to, and continuous growth I do. I achieve. It's an ongoing process. All right. Where do you want to be in romance? I'll tell you what. In the next 2 years, I will go from having no romance in my life to having someone. Someone. My goal is to have a wife. Like it's once I know she's it, I know she's it, and I'm committed. And that's how I've been in every relationship I've had in the previous. Actually, I've been ghosted before because I'm too passionate or too. We've only known each other for 6 months, and you're trying to tell me that you. Dude, I would love to learn more. 8 dimensions of wellness. All right, that's what you're saying. These 8 categories? Fuck yeah. So we call it leverage. I think it's probably the same, similar to the same thing. It's a coaching tool. Coaches take it and they put their own words on it, right? They put their own ways to describe it. All it involves is helping people see where they are and where they want to be. And so if you get around, I'm not going to do these all. Come on. Personal growth, fun and recreation, physical environment. Is your environment the way? Are you living where you want to live? How important is that to you? To live where you want to live, in a house you want to live in that's comfortable. Like for me, I'm fine where I'm at. I'm in a single wide trailer and it's cheap rent. It allows me to pay a little and enjoy a lot. Okay? Rate yourself in these categories, where you are and where you want to be. And now here's where the work comes in. If you've been honest and you haven't rated 10 in every area that you want to be, considering that you're doing this for the next year, what you're going to see is what is most important to you right now. One is the area that you've rated to the highest. That's where you want more than any other area. Okay, and then 2, if you will subtract them, where you want to be and where you are, subtract them, you get a number called the difference. What's the greatest number? What's the largest number out of all 8 categories? That means if you spend 1 year here, 2 hours a day, 1 hour a day in this area, doing things that strengthen and progress this, then you're going to experience dramatic growth. And right now as an addict, you don't have a natural ability to produce dopamine. That's why I condone these things. That's why I moved to Colorado, because these things help you keep dopamine in your life, but they're non-addictive. And anybody that wants to argue that this is addictive can go elsewhere, because I'm of the mind of Alan Watts. And I know that, you can choose to do things that destroy your life, or you can choose to do things that help you make better decisions. It depends on how you use them, weapons or tools. I use these daily, but I use them to help me make the best decisions. When I'm uncomfortable and challenged and don't feel like doing something that I know I should do, guess what? A little bit, just a little bit, and now you're refocused on the vision and you're like, all right, let's go get this shit over with, okay? Bro, tools. Not only that, but I'm a grower of these things right here, and I want you to join my WhatsApp group so that I can introduce you to this amazing medicine. You did? Dang. How much do you eat? Thanks for sharing. Hit me up next time. It's my primary business. Where are you and where do you want to be? Wow, yeah, you went to Jupiter, didn't you? Did you meet the Martians? Yes. Yes, Janelle. That's why I wear this t-shirt, actually. That's why I have it tattooed on my arm. It's a part of my recovery, complete recovery. I have my mind. I have my ability to make right decisions. I have discipline, willpower, and a passion and purpose that pulls me out of bed in the morning. And with that is complete recovery. Meaning You're headed in an upward trajectory. I think you're in the WhatsApp group already, right? I feel like you are. You got one on your ankle? Cool, dude. Well, I haven't seen any notifications of new members in the WhatsApp group, so I think you're all just staying here and you've got it planned to join the WhatsApp group after, right? Comment down below if you're going to join this community today, because I want to know. My primary mission is to expand this community. Until it gets to 257 people, it's free. Now you know why I use WhatsApp. It's taken me a year and a half to get to 90. So, but the mission is spreading now, and the people that have been there so long are starting to experience dramatic results, and they're testifying about those results. And so now we can expand, right? It's time to continue to build. Yes, I do. I mail. WhatsApp. Yeah, it's a Facebook app. It'll let you download the app by just going to my page and clicking it. If you don't have WhatsApp on your phone already, it'll give you an option to download the app. Awesome, man. I'm excited to have you in there. Understand this, the chat will be empty when you guys join. It won't be full of anything. But I'll greet you with a specific message that I greet everyone with. And that'll set the stage for you to tell the whole group, and then the group will respond accordingly. And that's how it always works, every time. You're going to get so much love and support, and you're going to find people that actually are focused on what you're focused on, whether it be music, changing jobs, remodeling your bathroom, Diamond Dave. Yeah, so I mean, besides the lessons, man, let's talk about it. Like, I'm literally doing this to make a career out of it, meaning I'm trying to find the people that are committed to a low enough price. Thanks, Anthony. Like, it can't be 0, but it can be 25, right? It can be enough to make, like, you make $1,800 a month, give me 100. I'll make sure that in the next 3 months, you're making double that. That's what a coach is, if that be what you're focused on. But it can't be 0. And the reason why you go to 12-step recovery meetings and you don't find the sponsor you want and you don't get the help that you want is because they don't know. They've been indoctrinated by the system. Damn, dude, thank you. Never had that crown. Let's get some more of them. I'll get some more crowns. Thank you, Anthony. Fuck yeah, man. I imagine that you're on the go and that you can't stay long, but that you're coming in here because you love me and I love you, and we've expressed that in comments of multiple videos, and that you're a continued supporter of what I'm doing, and so you just thought, I need to go on here and gift him real quick. That's amazing. Hey, just got a text from Brooklyn. Lemons. Is that somebody in here? Nettie is an active member inside the community. She's already probably loving on everybody that's new in there now. She beats me to the punch a lot of days. Looking good in a crown, dog, because you're a king too, dog. You're a king. King giving away crowns. Hell yeah. Moving on. Let's see. The vision. You guys, how can you support the vision? One, by giving me an opportunity to coach you for $1 amount, because then I could expand the mission, right? I could start placing ads on some of the content I've created that will help us get more exposure. I can, like, literally, if I get 10 of you to commit to a certain price on a group coaching, you'll help me increase my income. I'll help you increase whatever you want to increase, because that's what a coach does based on your vision. I guide you to your own answers, and I'm really good at it. But yeah, those-that-have.com. On the, you're going to find a blog that is not put together yet and has no posts, but every other page is expanded. There's a store, there's a contact page. Oh, damn! Look at Brandon in the shit. A galaxy, cool. Yeah, there's go to those-that-have.com, and there's the mission. The scheduler, so that you can schedule a complimentary coaching session, so I can show you what I'm capable of. Um, the store, which has amazing mushroom products, legal mushroom products, sprays that you can spray in your mouth, gummies that you can chew up that taste good, coffee mix, all kinds of different mushroom products that are amazing. And if you'll start using this, not just the things that TikTok won't let me talk about, but every lion's mane, chaga, reishi, cordyceps. It is a, you know that this plant, this fungi, it breathes oxygen, right? It's part of the plant kingdom, and it breathes oxygen. What's that telling you? Maybe it's a communicator. Maybe it's a carrier of divine intelligence. There's some scientists that believe that because of these, we developed consciousness. That apes and primates chewing on these damn things is how our species evolved. Uh, Triple M Johnny, I would love to do that for you, my friend, and join you on the live, but that is only. So if you want to do that, you have to subscribe for $4.99 a month. It's not a lot. TikTok gets 30% of it, but then subscribers can set a date with me. We'll go live for as long as you want to. You can make requests of me at the end of the live. Your comments get prioritized so that they get immediately answered and not ignored as I'm in a flow state. A lot of the times I see you guys communicating, but I'm doing something right now, right? And although it seems like rants, and they are a lot of the times, it's a rant that's 3 years practiced. It's a rant that I've constructed to help people wake up to their power. Like, if you realize who I used to be and who I am now, you'll connect to your own power. You'll be like, wow, man, I'm fucking just making fucking excuses, talking out the side of my neck. I'm ready to commit. Well, what do I commit to? If you don't know, that's why I'm here. I feel like today has been an amazing day of growth. You guys, today I've got $100 I'm finna go bless somebody with. Yes! I'm 90% there. One more subscriber, dude. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm going out today to give away $100. And I think I might not just give the money away. I want to find the person that's going to talk to me, and I want to ask them why they're homeless, what their situation is. Does it involve addiction? Do you have any clothes? Are you warm? Do you have a tent? Do you have a place to pitch a tent? Do you know that there are missions in Pueblo? Here's the number to the mission. Choices, options. If I help you get into this mission and agree to come back and coach you twice a week, would you commit to changing your life? Here's $100. Here's some clothes, like that kind of thing. One person at a time. How do you empower that? How do you empower that as a community and supporter of Co-Create Oneness? Gifting. You gift. You gift and you gift, and there's a PayPal and a tip jar and a Venmo and a Cash App on the link on my page. You can give $1, you can give $5, you can give 50 cents. It probably cost me 50 cents to receive 50 cents, so you just got to remember that there are fees involved. Yeah, anybody got any questions about the group? Great segue. Because I'm 15 minutes over right now, so I do these videos every day from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Mountain Time. If you're in the East, that's 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. If you're in the center, that's 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. If you're on the Pacific California coast, that is 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. If you're on another part of the world, I think, let me see if I can get it right, 5 p.m. is in UK. 4 p.m. is in Ireland. 6 p.m. is Zambia, because we got a worldwide network going on here. If you could only realize the power that lies within, you can do anything. Amen. I can do all things through Christ which strengthen me. Well, who is Christ? What is Christ? It's not Jesus. Christ is awakened imagination. So when you realize that in our world, everything that we partake in and use and everything in our world, it was created by a human that first saw it in their imagination. So I can do all things through what that strengthen me? Imagination. If you can see it in your mind, you can come up with the plan that will manifest it. Do you think you'll get a good, damn dude, I didn't even know you subscribed. Thanks, man. Yes, I do. I remember now. One of the first ones. Do you think you'll get a good response when you go out today? I'll be honest. I'm kind of fearful. Thanks for asking that. It can come off as arrogant, right? I used to be a homeless drug addict. I'm not anymore because of my own personal power. I want to help you. I don't know. That's the ego talking. I've rehearsed this in my head, what I would say as I walk up, as I approach. I'll find the person. I'm gonna go park my car, put my chest vest on, make sure that the camera is good and ready, hit record, and approach them to get everything. Immediately tell them, hey man, I'm a social media content creator, but I used to be a homeless addict, and I'm not anymore because of my own personal power. And so what I do is I try to help people get out of their circumstances using crowdfunding and coaching. I'm a coach. I've got all kinds of resources to help you get off of the street, but I just want to spend a little time talking to you. Why are you in the situation that you're in right now? Segue into, oh fuck, I'm an addict. They'll tell me. And if they say that, I'm going to say, what you use? Why are you using it? What pain are you fucking numbing? Do you have any support? What you'll find is most people that are homeless, they've got family that don't give a fuck about them. And that hurts. When you've got blood relatives that say, I'm not going to help you because you're a drug addict. There are ways to put a roof over someone's head, you family members, without giving them a dime. God loves you. I agree. Christina Anonymous. I wish that you wouldn't be so anonymous. If you'll show the world you, the world will give you more people just like you. God loves you. God. Who is God? A lot of people in this world understand God as not a good thing. A lot of people's relationship with God is like, how could you allow all the suffering in this world, Mr. God? So when you realize that the channels of God's action are inner speech and your action, then you could realize that, wow, man, if I love me, God loves me. The more that I love me, the more that God shows how much he loves me. Why? Because your actions are required for God to give you opportunity, for God to show up in your life and work in any kind of way. It requires first you seeing it, and second, you acting on it. That's all I got, man. You guys go buy a shirt. If you guys want a shirt that you don't see on there, or a hat that you don't see, it's embroidered. The hats are embroidered. But digital printing on the shirts, if you've got a design for a t-shirt and you want it with the Co-Create logo, tell me. You got a color of shirt that you want with the specific color of the logo, tell me. I'll make sure and put it in the store. All of the fun, all of the profit that comes from merchandise sales goes to fund helping someone get out of their circumstances. My mission is not to become rich off of helping other people overcome addiction. It's part of it. That is what will happen if fully committed to this with my own money. But why I do this is to end homelessness and provide a permanent solution for addiction. There already is a permanent solution, and it's backed by neuroscience. Neuroscience, the science of habit, the science of brain cells firing and wiring together to form neurocircuitry, which makes habits that you have easy and habits that you don't have hard. Hey Dan, what's the latest in your writing processes? So I got some of it right here. I'm focusing this month on writing the 9 predicates of willpower. So what you're seeing me do is use the notes that I have and speaking them, because flow states help you come up with explaining things how you never have. Lots of my material that I speak about, it comes from a flow state, me saving the video, creating some content around it, and memorizing that flow state, or what happened during that flow state. But yeah, now that I've got all these notes, I've got a structure for each chapter, which is really easy. I learned from, and I was like, whoa, because my first book was written, a little research. It was more so trying to explain what I believe using the beliefs of other people. So Dr. Joe Dispenza, Jake Ducey, meaning there was a little bit of creativity, but it was a reiteration of a lot of points that other people made in their books, and I gave them credit in the beginning of the book. So now I'm writing completely original content. Thank you for asking that. But I've been on here for 2.5 hours, and it's time to go. Meet me back here tomorrow. First off, I want to know where your area of focus is. You might not have it now, but tomorrow you should have it. And I want to know what the wheel of life has showed you is the area that you should focus most on right now. For me, 2 years ago, it was personal growth. And so I developed a routine around personal growth. For you, it might be finding another career. So we might redo your resume and put things in it that strengthen and empower you to get a position with what you want. Or it might involve your health. Maybe your diet is making your health worse, or the health conditions you currently have, they're worsening because of your diet. No matter what, we're going to figure out together why you are where you are, accept it as it is, remove the shame and guilt, and say, this is where I want to be, and so now I'm going to work every single day, 1% better daily. My conduct empowers my vision. I give and create more than I take and destroy. These are the 9 facets of veracity. I'm telling you, once you commit to you, your life's going to change for the better. I'm living proof. Everything that I have in my life, the house that I live in, the support of my mother, the WhatsApp family, it all started as an idea. I love you too, Matthew. Dude, yeah. You've been a supporter for like a year, Anthony. You need to jump in the group. I'm committed to you guys, man. I'm committed to this. I know to outside eyes, it's like, look at this small little group that's not doing anything. You know how many millions of people that 12-step recovery's helped? Yeah, you know how many millions of people they've indoctrinated? Do you know how many millions of people have relapsed after 30 years of commitment to this program? That should not happen. Hey, there's Maria Johanna. How you doing? You should check out our WhatsApp community. You're a microdosing expert, and I have a microdosing WhatsApp group that could use your wisdom. I want to ask you while you're here. Can I be an affiliate of yours? I have a website. I already endorse certain products, and I would love to endorse yours. Everybody follow Maria Johanna. Amazing coach. I was just signing off, Maria, but I'll stick around if you want to jump on. I'm waiting for a comment from you. Maybe. How do I invite? Get Dan the affiliate. Yeah, the link's in on our page. Dendrites and synapses can create new pathways. And that's what microdosing does. It helps you build those pathways. I'm a daily microdoser. I grow them. I changed my life using them as a tool. Can you name a drug that is not addictive? I can. And I don't consider it a drug. I consider it a medicine because it changes lives. Well, speaking to everyone in here, if you guys missed any part of this live and you want to check out the full live, it's on the YouTube. I'm not doing much with YouTube, but today I'm hopefully going to have some amazing content to be YouTube exclusive only content with it, where I go out and help people with this money that I've saved. So be on the lookout for that. Anything else before I go? If I have a question about dosing, yeah, join, because it's only because of this platform, and I live in America. So, say for example, Maria lives in Amsterdam, and her laws are different than American laws, and so I feel like she gets away. It's great. I'm glad that someone's not getting penalized by talking about the things that we talk about, but I get reported and called a drug dealer when I talk about them. So I've got code words, and I block out the the middle of the word, and I use code language. But yes, I'm talking about a very specific type of mushroom that I grow, and it is available to you. I mail them, and all of that. We can talk about it inside the WhatsApp group. So join. Ohio, I used to live in Worthington. I went to Upper Arlington High School for like a month. It's Columbus area. All right, dude. It's great. I'm going to leave you the same way that I leave you every single day, by reminding you that you're full of unlimited potential and you have gifts that this world is waiting to benefit from. Go out and make it your mission to spread love and light. I love you. You're amazing. And I hope that you have an equally amazing day. Namaste.